You can find links to all my social media as well as my Discord, Patreon, and tip video playlist down below in the description. I'm really having fun with this style of tip videos, so if you guys do enjoy it, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel so I can see how you guys are liking this style of tip videos. This is the third installment of this style, so if you guys have any common issues that you guys would like me to go over or help you fix, leave a comment in the comment section below. The first common mistake I would like to discuss is when you're dead and you're on cameras watching a flank drone or a camera on site. And that's the only camera you're watching, when you could also be feeding intel from other intel devices. It's important to always cycle cameras and not just watch a single one when you have others you should be watching. I see this issue come up a lot even in high elo games when I solo queue or whatever it may be. Just because someone tells you to watch a flank drone or a maestro camera, that doesn't mean you should only be watching that camera. There could be someone sitting in a corner and there's a drone looking right at them, but since you're only watching one camera, you allow that enemy to play that corner and it gets one of your teammates killed. That play in your teammate's death is on you. You should be actively switching between relevant cameras during an attack or defense. And there are a few ways to make this job easier and more efficient, which I am going to go over now. So let's say you're attacking an upstairs bomb site and you have to watch a flank drone that is placed on the top of a staircase. Well, sound cues can be a huge help to your job if you know how to use them to your advantage. So if you ever find yourself on a camera watching a flank, you should assess what is around you in terms of sound, and it should go something like this. So your main focus should be listening for the stairs, whether it's made of wood or it's made of metal. They both have different sound cues. So you hear someone walking on metal and the staircase you're watching is made of wood. So that means someone has already slipped past your drone that you were watching, or they're about to walk up the stairs. It's really all relative to whatever map you're on. Or if you're dealing with a wooden set of stairs, and you hear someone walking on wood, it most likely means that they're actively flanking. These are little things that could help you with your job of watching drones. Now that I've explained how to use sound cues to your advantage when you're watching a single drone, I'm also going to give an example for when you have to watch multiple drones at once. So again, you assess what sound cues can happen around the drone, and then you listen for them before you switch. And you do this for both drones. You watch drone A, listen for sound cues before you swap to drone B, and keep doing this cycle. Another trick that can also help is paying attention to defensive utility. It could be a Goyo shield or a piece of barbed wire. Of course, we all know what it sounds like when someone is walking through a piece of barbed wire, right? Well, it's important that we use that to our advantage. And it's also very easy to tell whether it's a defender or an attacker passing through a piece of barbed wire based off the speed. The same audio cues apply for a shield. There's a specific sound cue that happens whenever someone vaults a shield. These little things could mean the difference between a teammate living or dying, and they are most definitely something that everyone should learn in this game. The second common mistake that I want to go over applies more towards newer players in the game. Now, I'm not saying some of these more experienced players can't learn something from this, but I see it happen more commonly in newer, less experienced players. I get this question asked pretty frequently in my Twitch chat, which, by the way, if you aren't following me, I would appreciate you guys drop a follow over at my Twitch. If you ever have any question to ask me, that would be the place to do it. Anyways, back to the mistake. This mistake is using a different vertical and horizontal sensitivity speed. I thought about it quite a bit, and I never really understood why some people would do this. The only real reason that I could think of is maybe a console player switched over to PC, because I know it is fairly common on console to have a different vertical and horizontal speed on your sensitivity. That's really the only conclusion that I could think of. The main reason as to why it's not a good idea is because it will lead to huge muscle memory issues with your sensitivity. So if I may, I'm just going to throw out some numbers here. If we say that your sense is set to 25 vertical and 35 horizontal, and you need to flick up an ADS to shoot someone, you would have to move your mouse a longer distance compared to your horizontal sensitivity, correct? Well, it's important that we have consistency all across the board, and it's crucial for building muscle memory. The way I look at it is you're handicapping your progress with this type of sensitivity. It will take you longer to get used to two different un-ADS sensitivities than it will with the same sense. If you're someone who is currently on PC and using two different senses for hipfire, you should sit down one day and watch my sensitivity guide. It will be linked below in the description, and spend a good amount of time in T-Hunt and figure out a good hipfire sensitivity for you. You need to trust me on this. It will help you out in the long run with building muscle memory and increasing your aim. The third common mistake I see a lot of players make, sometimes even pro players, is not following the pathing of which an Ash charge or Zofia impact is going to go with a flash trying to burn an ADS. So if that's a little confusing, I'm going to put up a diagram on the screen, and I'm going to simplify this a little bit more. As you can see in this diagram, there's an Ash, an ADS, as well as a shield. The green line is the correct path to throw the flashes to check for an ADS to burn. The red line is a bad path to check for an ADS with flashes. It's important that you throw the utility that is going to burn or check for an ADS or my magnet in the same path that the ash charge is going to travel in. So the ash charge is going to follow the green line to break the shield, but if you throw the flashes on the red line pathing, it won't burn or check for an ADS, resulting in wasting an ash charge because the flashes were thrown in the wrong direction. This is a mistake that I see quite a bit from playing this game. It's always important that whatever is going to burn in ADS, that it follows the same path that the ash or Zofia charge is going to travel in. This way you don't lose a piece of important utility just because you were careless. Now that's going to wrap up today's video. I hope this video helped you out in some way. If it did, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. As I said at the beginning of the video, there are links to all my social media as well as my Discord, Patreon, and tip video playlist down below in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate the support, and I will see you guys in the next video.